Hey guys, so it's been almost a year since the last update video, and I have a lot of changes to talk about, so let's just get started with probably the most noticeable one to some of you eagle-eyed viewers. And that's where in the world did all my trail story summaries go? Well, don't worry, they are not gone for good. I've just been little by little moving them all to a separate channel, which is, for the time being, a purely archive channel. I'll also still have playlists linked to the re-uploaded story summary videos on this main channel for a while until people get used to the change. Now, this was a tough decision that I've been in various stages of sorting through for almost a year now, but with a couple of major factors culminating in these past couple months, I finally ripped off the band-aid and decided to stick only to Persona and other Atlus-related stuff on this main channel. Firstly, I've been having more fatigue than usual for the past couple months now, and have been trying different things like changing up my medication doses with my neurologist and doctors for about a month now. They're also trying to start me on copper supplements again since I'm genetically prone to having very low, only borderline normal levels of it, since I have low amounts of the enzyme that metabolizes it. Now, it's rare for people to have this kind of problem since copper is found in pretty much everything we eat, but I've been on copper supplements before, which are only found behind the counter, and I'm hoping this does the trick with my current aggravated symptoms, since my added fatigue just leads to more weird sleep problems, which then aggravates my chronic nerve pain and posture problems, and then it kind of feeds just into a vicious cycle. So, with that said, these past couple months, I've really had to reprioritize what I want to work on most, and I've come to the realization that I've always enjoyed making videos on Persona and related Atlus stuff more than Trails, like the tarot archetype and Jungian psychology, mythology, and other historical figure stuff to analyze in Persona, all on top of the modern Japanese sociocultural backdrop. Just means that the settings in Atlus games tend to speak much more to my interests than Trails does at the time. Now, I might return to Trails content someday, but it definitely won't be on this channel, but my new archive one, which you can find in the description. All I know is that due to limited energy right now and lower personal interest in doing content on it, I'll be away from Trails for at least 6 months, likely a year, honestly. This decision was also made in the best interest of this channel, considering how hard it is to gain momentum and grow on this platform if you keep flipping between series all the time. So I'm doing my best to explain this as clearly but also as briefly as I can. So, nowadays, the algorithm tends to recommend a channel's videos to people who have been watching stuff from said channel recently. This is regardless of what kind of video that person watched on that channel. So, if a YouTuber keeps switching back and forth between content subject matter every upload, and the new viewers don't care a thing about the other stuff, those new videos will vastly underperform because people won't be clicking on it or watching it, and therefore YouTube will think it's a bad video. Meanwhile, that video would have likely done so much better if it simply existed on a channel that built its audience primarily around just a single series or, content idea. My most popular series from both Persona and Trails are also just vastly different in their approach, considering my Persona videos are often very analytical video essays. Meanwhile, Trails is mostly just recapping the games, meaning there's not even something like in-depth analyses that can be found across all my content, no matter the series, right? So I think some of you may wonder why I don't just unlist the videos, as in continue to keep them on the main channel and just only have them visible in people's playlists. But for me, I want to do all I can to retrain the CTR, or click-through rate, of my videos, and I can't do that to its full capacity if people are still finding my main channel via the Trails videos. Like, if someone just went on a binging spree of my Trails stuff, but I no longer make content on that, they won't click on my new videos and therefore drive down the CTR instead. So with that all said, I want to make it clear once again to all my patrons who may have missed my earlier messages that I will be stopping Trails content indefinitely, and all previous Discord perks and benefits have been axed for the time being. But thank you so much to all of you who enjoyed my Trails content and even supported me financially for it. I understand that this may not be what you signed up for though, and in that case, I can only say thanks and wish you well. Now, the stuff in the works right now, and that I hope to have out during this month, is the P5R Tarot/Arcana Archetypes Explained compilation for the entire main cast, including, Kasumi and Maruki, which will definitely be one big beefy video. I'll also be working on a major compilation video for the rest of the non-main cast confidants. On top of that, I finally started my Persona 5 Palace Rulers Explained in Japanese Context video. And so as you can see, P5R port coming out means a lot of focus back on P5 stuff. I'm also thinking of finally doing the Personas Explained compilation for P5 cast that I never got around to. But aside from P5 content, I've just finished Risei's arc in my Persona 4 Golden replay, and I'm hoping to be finished with the game by the end of October. So after that's done, my P4 character analyses in Japanese context, of course, that I've been floating around for over a year now will finally begin, just in time for Persona 4 Golden ports too. So thank you to my patrons who will be voting on the order of which characters get their analyses first, which, by the way, there has been a major update to the perks and tier names of patrons since I'm now primarily focused on Persona content. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, by the way, even though I haven't been super active much for the past couple months. But anyways, thanks for sticking to the end of this update video, and I hope you can look forward to this stuff. Also, huge thanks to all my patrons for your continuous support, and take care everyone.